Okay, fam. Welcome to another episode of Mike's Town Square. Just so you know, I'm seriously considering to just call the show the Town Square, just to be sure. We'll see how it goes. But for now, we're still going with Mike's Town Square. So, on the last episode, we talked about the broader security challenges in Nigeria. Well, guess what? I did not even scratch the surface of what's happening right here in my hometown of Delta State, specifically the Nioma region. So let's be real. Towns like Asaba and Ibusa have had their fair share of issues with armed robbery, cultism, kidnapping. It's been rough on the citizens here, so we had to talk about it because you cannot be talking about the broader country while back home here you're struggling. Now, Asaba being the state capital has been relatively calm compared to the rest of the other places, including Ogwashukwu. I didn't mention that part. But in my opinion, that calm isn't just coincidence. It's not coincidence. I think it's tied to something deeper, something traditional, something powerful. And it happened recently. I think that was on the 30th of this past month of June. We call it Ofor. To a casual somebody who is not familiar with how tradition works, this sofa would just look like just another old ritual that people do ceremonial and all that. But trust me, it's much more than that. It's much more than that because at its core, this sofa is a cultural stand. It's we'll call it a traditional declaration against evil. So that's what it's like. The community calling its ancestors, its ancestral forces, to come to its aid in a time of distress. And I guess our people saw this the rate of insecurity, drug peddling, cultism, and kidnapping as one of those times that they needed to call for their ancestors and their old, I think, their old gods to just come to their help, to their aid. And that's why I see them, you know. So for me, whether it works spiritually, whether it works culturally, whether it's just like something like a fear factor, the bottom line is that it works. So if it works, or at the very least, how people believe it works, that's good enough for me and for any citizen who's been worried about what's been going on in our society. So, and to be honest with you, you can tell, you can feel the difference now around Asaba is calmer, more orderly. Something we have acknowledged. There's been relative calm in a bit. So, like I said, this offer was held, I think, on 30th of June. I think a few days before that, Ibuzo had their own, the same name, the same thing, because we all speak the same. We're all brothers. So for me, just like I was happy that the two of them did that. So something to be grateful for. So I think I need to give a shout out, a proper shout out, massive shout out to the Asaba of Asaba. His Royal Majesty Professor Epifami Ezinge. Honestly, since that man stepped up, he has been steady, wise, and deeply committed to his community. I'm a bit jealous for that. I'm a bit jealous of how he's been doing things for his own people. So, Ago, Dalo, Your Majesty, Dalo, God be your strength. Chukwuba Yume. Also, another shout out I would give to someone that I think I've been hearing his name come up, and I'll call him the Asaba's right hand man. So, Dogu Obiwanzu Due. We see you, Oga. All your work is noted. While I also extend the recognition to the Obuzo of Ibuzo, His Royal Highness Professor Nwaboshi. You are seen, sir. Daalwago. And finally, I will not say all this without uh, recognizing the governor, uh, Right Honorable Sharif Buruwari. You have done well supporting them, sir, because I don't think they can just. There's nothing that is done without at least some kind of approval from the leadership. And since you are the chief security officer of the state, it is noted, sir. Thank you, sir. You do well, Oga. Baba. It's important to give honor to who honor is due, and you're noted, sir. Keep up the energy. We need more of it because data deserves better. Our people deserve to sleep with both eyes closed. Uh, so let us also recognize the traditional council of these two communities, vigilante groups, and other security forces, and everyday citizen that stepped up. You all deserve your flowers. Keep pushing, keep building, keep protecting. I think I'll stop here now and see. Now come up with something for the next show. There's always something happening in our country, in our state. So at the end of the day, like I said, leadership is simple. Protect your people. Period. Make we for you to enjoy this country. It go better. That's all I can say for now. So everybody have a great week ahead. I'll see you guys on the next show. Bye bye.